Alright, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here, of course, for Haikyuu. Episode 9. Tossed to the Ace.
Yes.
So, Asahi is the old ace?
Possibly. Or Hinata.
Well, I mean, he is the old ace, Jacob.
Oh, well, right.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Right.
The ace currently is up for grabs, though, because it's a question of whether or not our new buddy with the little tuft of hair will be enough to basically persuade Asahi to come and join the team again.
Right, because that is the current conflict that's in the air right now. Yeah.
Yeah, I think with this whole camp thing, if he ends up at the very least kind of taking a look, it could be the combination of everyone.
Exactly.
Bringing him back into the fold.
Yes, it's all those little like micro decisions of like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna play. I'm just gonna check it out. You know,
right.
And then.
I'm not gonna just check it out. I'm not gonna play really. I'm just gonna go to the training camp and really just kind of see what the team's like.
Just one more episode, you know.
One more episode. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. So you think he is going to join the team?
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
It might take a while, but
no, I think it's happening. I think it's happening this episode.
Yeah, I think it's either this episode or like next episode.
Yeah. I really liked the new character that they brought in last episode. Sorry, I forgot his name. It'll be easy to tell once they bring it up in this one here. But the way that they made him similar to Hinata in certain ways and then completely different in others was just perfect to handle bringing in a character that physically is very similar to Hinata.
Right, yeah, and it's another great way to showcase the different positions in volleyball for those who might not know that much about it.
Very true.
Like me.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into this episode and see what happens. He's already remembering what it was like.
Yep, the love of the game.
Yep. He's like, you can use a quick attack? Oh, that's right.
Why is he trying to climb out there when there's an entrance?
Right. Oh. Yeah, for real. Yeah. Oh my cube.
Wow.
Oh.
He's what he needs to be.
Yeah. It's telling him what it is. Ah, but they don't matter.
Right.
Then you should play. Yep. Guess who's gonna get verbally accosted? Oh my gosh, he's being creepy in the window.
Wow. Oh, that's great.
Of course.
He wants to keep it a perfect memory.
Oh. He was around during the time of the rivalry.
Oh.
Maybe. Yeah. Ah. Oh, wow. Back
somebody previously played against.
Yeah.
Why are you using all these underhanded tactics? What time does practice start? Yeah.
That was fantastic. Oh. Guess who? Of course, just for one game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
彼は君たちの先輩で、
Yes.
鵜飼監督のお孫さんです。でもお店の名前坂の下じゃないのですか？
母方の実家の店なんだよ。
Right, of course.
さっさとやるぞ。お前らがどんな感じが見てえから6時半からゲームな。相手はもう呼んでやる。相手？カラスの町内会チームだ。
Oh, here we go. It's his local team.
All right.
チーム町内会。
Just the 4 of them?
ああ、悪いなお前ら。
No, there's probably more coming, but this is the initial ones.
Sure.
Expecting old people.
よし、そろそろ始めるぞ。
Awesome. An actual match. Here we go.
なんだお前、どうした？
あ、すみません。そいつはちょっと。
なんだ、訳ありか？怪我か？
そういうわけじゃないんですが。
なんだよ、怪我じゃねえの？よくわかんねえけど、町内会チーム入ってくれよ。
Oh, on the other team.
仕事で来られないんだよ。
あ、それなら。
あと2人か。どうすっかな。そっちまだ何人かいるよな。
朝日さんだ。朝日
さん。またこいつ。俺は朝日さん。なんだ遅刻か。なめてんのか。ウィングスパイクか。人足んねえんだ。さっさと入ってアップ取れ。
The coach just direct orders and like, let's go, let's go. This is fantastic. Hey. It's like he's back on the team already.
Uh-huh.
Oh, he walked into the gym.
お前らの方からセッター1人貸してくれ。
菅原さん。俺に譲るとかじゃないですよね。菅原さんが引いて俺が繰り上げみたい。ごめんです。俺は影山が入ってきてセッター争いしてやるって思う反面。
Not showing his eyes.
ほっとしてた気がする。セッターはチームの攻撃の軸だ。一番頑丈
That way doesn't have to deal with the pressure.
Yeah.
でも俺はトスを上げることにビビってた。
It's just stressed him out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
またスパイカーが何度もブロックに捕まるのが怖くて、圧倒的な実力の影山の影に隠れて安心してたんだ。
Do you know what's great about this, though?
スパイクがブロックに
Yeah, this is what he had to deal with too.
Well, yeah, that too. But also, the title of the episode could be talking about either side.
Yeah. Oh, this is great. You're gonna have these three all together.
Yep.
Okay. Fun scrimmage game.
Yeah.
さあ、来い高校生。
Yeah, it looks like they have a lot more experienced
A lot,
players.
well, just a lot bigger guys too.
Yes, that too.
He looks so derpy there. He looks like an alien.
Yep.
Nishinoya.
You've become
You've
awesome.
become awesome.
Saying he wasn't before.
やっぱりここが好きだ。
Yeah.
So enjoy it.
お、なんだ。よっしゃー。すっげえ飛んだなおい。すっげえドンピシャなトス。
I love how he's like looking at the new coach and all that. Yeah. Pretty cool, huh?
ネットの向こう側。
Flashback. Oh. Wow.
ナイスのやつだ、朝日。
Iron Wall of Deed. Oh, Noya, no.
And of course, Asahi feels terrible about that, you know.
俺のせいで負けたんだろうが。お前がいくら拾ったってスパイクが決まんなきゃ意味ないんだよ。朝日。
Yeah, it's not worth it.
意味ないって何ですか。 じゃあなんで最後トス呼ばなかったんですか。打てる体勢でしたよね。おいやめろよ西野屋。俺が朝日にばっかボール集めてたから疲れて。俺にあげたってどうせ決めらんねえよ。
That's self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
次は決まるかもしれないじゃねえか。俺が繋いだボールをあんたが勝手に諦めんだよ。のや俺はリベロだ。守備の要でチームの要だけど俺に点は稼げない。
That has to be you.
Exactly. He has to depend on them.
でもどんなにスパイクが決まんなくたって
Just keep doing
なん
it.
かみじんもねえ。だけど勝手に諦めんのは許さねえよ。
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
朝日さん、朝日待てよ朝日。決まんないスパイク
Apathy, man.
何言ってんだ。そんなこと少しも思ってねえ。お前だって拾っても点に繋がんないなら虚しいだろ。やめろ。西野屋はそんな風に思うやつじゃない。菅も
Wow.
俺が止められるたび責任感じ。他のやつがどう思うかなんて関係ねえよ。
Yeah. Mr. Toupee.
Exactly.
朝日さん。おい。
Oh, that was why he,
何回ぶつかったとしてももう一回打ちたいと思うよ。
So do it.
それならいいです。それが聞ければ十分です。止めんぞ。命令しないでくんない。朝日さん。
Yes. Holy crap.
oh my gosh.
ブロックフォローだな。
Yeah.
されたボールを拾いまくると。
Yep.
Mm-hmm. He's too blown away by that to even go to block.
されたボールも俺が繋いでみせるから。だからもう一回トスを呼んでくれ。
Yeah. Yes.
どうする。誰にあげる。菅原さん。もう一回決まるまで。ド S だねおさん。苦しい時やレシーブが乱れた時ラストボールを託されるのがエースだからもう一回トスを呼んでくれ。
Voice acting is really good.
Yeah.
柴田さんすごい。
Yeah.
もう一本。
That's passion, man. Here we go.
君向こうのチーム。悪いけどまた止めるよ。当然だ。絵なんか抜いたら何の。
Right. What's the point of holding back?
Exactly.
It's not good. He's like, this is so beautiful. Yeah.
不足なんてない。打ち切ってこそ。
Oh!
Whoa!
Just too much force behind it. Yep. Wow.
That was awesome.
That's that gentle giant stuff coming into play here.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that was a very good feels
It was.
episode.
It was.
Because, like, it wasn't sad feels. It was just kind of the, like, you
Right.
understand that
Yes.
when someone loses their purpose for their passion,
Yep.
they see the passion, but they don't see the why as to, like, what keeps them
Yeah.
coming back. And his thing is just because it was fun, and he liked kind of the pride of winning and doing well. But when he stopped performing well, he lost his why for being there. But he forgot about the fact that he can't lose alone. Just in the same way that Kageyama couldn't win alone.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Asahi can't
Win
lose
or lose,
alone.
you do it as a team. Yep.
Mm-hmm. And
Absolutely.
that awesome bit with Noya just freaking putting his hand right below the ball.
Yeah, like
with no, just basically being a bouncing point for the ball and the court.
What's crazy is that it wasn't just that he did that, but that ball didn't go like out of bounds. Like it stayed.
Well, yes,
stayed
he
on
knew
the
how to
court.
position his palm or his hand in
Right.
such a way to where it would actually rebound up pretty high. Because also, it's coming down pretty
Yes.
hard.
Yes, because they are spiking it. So
No, they're not spiking it. They're
wait.
blocking it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Asahi spikes, they block, it comes down at a sharp angle,
Right.
hits the hand,
Yep.
pops up again, probably about 6 feet, I would say, and then
Right.
a setter sets it back up again for
Yes. Yeah.
for another spike.
Yeah, that was pretty badass on Noya's part. Like,
Well, Noya, it seems like he's confident in his why of being a libero.
yes, yeah,
Like,
in the
he-
same way that because he's the not the mirror for Hinata, but
No, he is the opposite in terms of position of Hinata.
right.
Yes.
But as far as like a lot of the personality and stuff, he's very similar. He's
Right.
super passionate about it. He wants to be that position.
the best at
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
He wants to be the single point of foundation for that aspect of the defense,
Right.
as much as Hinata wants to be that single point of
Yeah.
foundation for the offense.
Right.
So,
Yep.
yeah, that's what basically Hinata will become, but for the offense at some point.
Right.
Like,
yeah.
maybe in the future.
And I loved that part where they pull off that that perfect like
quick.
toss, the quick toss. You know?
Yeah.
And then
The coach is
and she's like
and it's Itetsu or Takada Itetsu. He's like yeah. You see, this is a good
love
team.
that.
This is a good
That
team.
was just. It reminded me of Suga's like not dirt face, but his face when the manager goes into the area and then he just sort of closes.
That is the
door.
dirt face. Like
Yeah.
shuts the door.
Yeah.
I also really liked the. What part was that? I just derped myself. Wow. Is the coach yelling at Asahi? The coach
Yes.
being like, "Hey,
Yes.
Asahi, what's your position? It doesn't matter. Just get in here and warm up.
Yep,
Presto,
yep.
chop, chop." And it was like, yes, this is exactly
And-
what he needed.
Well, and when and before too, when he's all like, "So yeah, you were a player during that time at the peak of the rivalry, weren't you?" And
Yeah, between
and,
Neko
and he's like,
Karasuno.
"Shut up! Why would you do that? You think that'll work on me? When's
What time is practice? He's
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah. That was like there's so much character to
Yes.
these characters, Like,
Right.
how can you not love this show?
Yeah, you have to, because
Yeah.
there's so many little bits where the characters have their moments that just add further dimensionality to them.
Yeah.
Even Tanaka having like this
Yeah, the
starstruck
part where he's
moment
like,
of just being
"It's
like,
beautiful."
"It's Asahi, and he's the spiker, and I get to defend against him. Oh,
Right.
this is
and
this
and
is
the words of
beautiful."
encouragement that they're like like saying back and forth to each other. It's just
Yeah, Tanaka was great with his reactions and point.
Oh,
there. I liked that Suga was very. He's very much aware of how things are going to change with him being in the setter position, but he's also wanting to do what he can to encourage Asahi to come back to play, because Asahi had, if
Right.
anything, he might have had some kind of rough patches between him and Suga, so by him choosing to set for him,
yes. Yep.
it's good. It brings closure.
Oh yeah.
So now we have a full team, Jacob.
We do.
We have a full team.
Yeah.
We're going to play Neko at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe in the next episode or the episode after that.
Right. Yep.
With them as a full team, though, does that mean that Hinata will still start?
That's a great question.
Because I don't think he necessarily has to.
No.
I would say, if anything, he'll get cycled in and out for when they're in an offensive position.
Right.
But when it's like a defensive position of some kind, then maybe he'll get cycled
sure.
out before he has to be in the back line.
And
Because don't you... Okay, yeah, sorry.
correct me if I'm wrong, but Hinata and Asahi could be on the court at the same time.
Correct.
Because they're
yeah.
both spikers.
They're both spikers.
But the thing
yeah.
is that they only need like...
two.
Yeah, they only need two.
They only need two.
Right.
Yeah, they need like a Tsukishima in the middle center.
Right.
They need... Or a setter, I would say.
Sure.
It depends, I guess. But the libero, I'd say, is the most important position
right
now to make sure that he's in that position when he's
just all the
there.
time, really. Like,
right, but you don't want him in the front left or something like that,
or just in the front.
And then Daichi in the back center, 2 spikers.
Yeah. Now, okay, I know this was like a commercial break transition thing, but I absolutely loved the one where, you know, because we've seen all the ones where they're trying to hit the water bottle, you know, and again, I can't remember her name, but the manager, she just goes, you know, just casually does it, and it doesn't just like bounce near the ground and then knock it over. It like hits it perfectly. Everyone's just like, like little jokes like that you don't expect to see in the commercial break, like
little
transitions,
animation,
But I love those,
and I like that they're not always the same one. Like they keep switching it up, and there's also always 2 different versions that they do.
Yep.
And the one with the manager,
I just thought that was so funny.
She like she's like just kind of
just casually like
I did that. I'm cool. Whatever.
Everyone else is like, is this like...
Yeah, it's like Tanaka and Nishinoya, I think. They were like freaking out. Like, what?
And I love that on those, they don't always end the same way. Like,
you know, like one of them, they hit the camera.
Yes, exactly. Just little things like that, you know.
Yeah, but with regards to the episode, they brought Asahi onto the team, but it was a combination of everyone.
Right.
That bit where he's basically going through his own internal process and thinking about everything everyone said to him in the recent bit with potentially coming back to the team.
Yeah.
It's really his decision in the end. It's not all these things that they're saying to him that kind of, you know, make him do it. He has to decide, I want to spike again. And it's once that happens that it actually spins forward the chain reaction of the bit to where he decides, I'm going to stay here.
Yep.
And it also affects Noya as well, because then he's like, okay, I'm going to be on this team too. Fantastic.
Yep.
So
and they had Asi and Ukai join the team in the same episode. Which I thought that was kind of interesting.
Yes, but we had known that he was going to be the coach a long time ago.
They'd been building up to it for a while.
Right.
And I love the fact that he's like, just until this game, you know.
Sure, buddy.
Yeah.
Sure.
You sure about that? You sure that's a fact?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But now they have a full roster.
They do.
They're going to face Neko. They're going to do the training camp. Maybe they'll do the training camp next episode, and then they'll do Neko.
I could even potentially see them doing 2 episodes for the training camp.
I could see us also having the order wrong, and it's like it's already obvious that they're facing Neko before the training camp. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah.
But it would be a little bit cooler for them to get better as a team with synergy and stuff, and then go and have their little rival match that's not an official season match.
Yeah, and that is kind of the reason why Ukai wanted to do it, because he wants to make sure that they get better in time for the match.
Sure. Also, that gives us time to see him become more endeared to the team as well.
Right,
and stick around longer.
Exactly, because what they've done a great job of showing is that the games are sort of the conflict, but they're not really the main conflict.
Right.
The main conflict is the team dynamic.
Yes.
And before they have this game with Neko, they need to we need to see that their bonds as a team are solid.
Right.
So the training camp is a great way to show that.
Exactly. Yeah. So with that, I'm really excited to see what they do with these kind of mini groups of 2 and mini groups of 3. How do they mesh together? Like, I want to see Asahi end up becoming really good friends with, you know, Hinata and Kageyama.
Sure.
Just as much as I want to see Tsukishima end up being good friends with, like, Nishinoya, for instance.
Yeah.
Like have these really, like, dynamic interactions where they're not just segregating them as they have in the previous episodes to kind of their groups of 2 and they kind of move around. Right. I would say like Daichi and Tanaka, they kind of break the mold a little bit.
Sure.
But like Kageyama, you don't see him really having any positive interaction with people like Tsukishima, for instance.
And as a storytelling like gimmick, there's a reason that like if they did keep doing that, there's a reason that they would be doing that. It's because they have a lot of characters in here right now.
Yes.
And that like if you need to focus on not just each character but their relationship with every single other character, that's that's a square law, and it gets like very time consuming very fast.
Right.
So
I could just see it being a thing where because they've now introduced the whole team, they don't have to wait on that anymore.
yes, that's true.
They could move forward.
That's true.
Do you think that Kageyama and Suga are going to have any more issues with the whole setter position? Like, because who's like, maybe there's going to be a point where they'll take off Suga or Kageyama and switch them out. Like,
I would say short answer yes, but I wouldn't consider what happened this episode to be really like an issue. Like,
no. I think this is the resolution of it. I think this is basically saying that there's no more issues anymore.
Okay,
but
possibly
I think that there's going to be stuff that will be brought up later.
Right. There's like, I don't know. I don't want to necessarily say it's going to be like conflict or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think the fact that they are both setters, and that Kageyama just came along and he is like
very good,
potentially better than Suga.
I would say definitely better than Suga.
Yeah. I was giving Suga the benefit of the doubt because experience, but
right.
But he's better than Suga. That's at least something that's going to come into play. How they respond to that,
don't know.
Who knows? And I don't think it will be a real point of contention. But
sure,
but it's going to be something that will happen. Like,
yeah. That's a good way to put it. Oh, this was a good feels episode. I feel like we don't really truly understand as much about Asahi, given that he's more quiet of a character than others, because we had a very violent, chaotic introduction with Nishinoya.
We did.
Probably my favorite introduction thus far. That's really good.
It's kind of tough to beat.
It's tough to beat. But Asahi being a completely different character than Nishinoya, his introduction carried over into this episode, and we got to see a little bit of what's going on with him.
Yeah.
But I feel like he's also the character that has the most subtlety in those moments, that you could actually pick out some things that we probably missed.
Sure.
So I'd almost be open to hear about things in the comments of things that you noticed in that imagery when we're kind of, you're getting the flashbacks with Asahi and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, no spoilers for the future, of course, but like, what are some things you could see psychologically about his character being like kind of interesting based on those flashbacks and bits? Like, I think I get a little bit of the idea that he's a little bit neurotic. He kind of thinks he thinks himself into problems more than thinks himself out of them. So he's a much more of a doer. But the thing is, when he by nature stops doing the thing that he loves, he actually goes back into thinking mode, which is not his preferred method, and then he of course cycles into a destructive pattern.
Well, and I am one of those people too. Like,
you are. That's true. Yeah, you definitely are.
Like that feeling when you're on like a winning streak and you're like, I'm kicking butt. I'm doing the do and all that. It's a great feeling. But then once you stop, it's like if you stop going to the gym,
right?
And you're like, oh, I missed today. You can either go the next day and just be like, that was just some random fluke, whatever. I don't know what that was, or you're like, crap, I didn't go yesterday. I don't really want to go today either. Yeah.
And then suddenly you're not going to the gym anymore.
Right, and it's 2 months later. Yeah.
So, with your kind of understanding of Asahi potentially from that angle, do you think Asahi is going to be doing a complete 180 here because he's now starting to do things? I can see it actually being almost a complete 180.
I would say, if not a 180, pretty close to a 180. It might be a 180 that but he's not moving very fast or something.
Sure.
Right. But yeah, I think this is going to be one of those things. Now, here's something that I would like to see.
Sure.
I don't know if they'll necessarily do this because it can feel like regression when this is done in a story. But it's the idea that when you have a way of thinking, right? Especially if it's a potentially destructive way of thinking, like what Asahi has.
Yes.
Even if you recover from it, there will be relapses. There will be points where it's not that you're undoing the effects of what happened before, you're treating it as not being valued or ignoring it, but it's the idea that since it's something that's emotionally based, where your emotions tend to dominate your thinking, sometimes you'll just get into a funk. And that'd be interesting to see if they maintain this kind of style for Asahi in particular, since they did such a good job of establishing that he is this way.
I could see it happening also for almost every single character in the show.
Sure, yes.
And
everyone
it's
gets
the idea
into
that
funks.
everyone gets into funks at certain points,
Yeah.
but everyone gets into different types of funks.
Exactly.
Like
yes.
Noya in particular, I could see him getting into a funk where he thinks that the team doesn't value him.
Sure. Or maybe
no. Maybe he doesn't care about what other people think. Maybe he's saying that the team isn't trying enough, and
Sure.
thereby not valuing his contribution.
Yeah.
But even then, it's interesting. I really like Nishinoya's character because the way he tried to bring Asahi out of his funk, I'm like, yes, you go, dude.
And
tell him like it is.
And the fact that, okay, so when they first mentioned Nishinoya before he'd actually been introduced, and it was just the idea that, oh, this guy's a delinquent.
Yeah, and the Guardian God.
And the Guardian God. I was like, is this going to be like Edgy McEdgelord, like where it's like, oh, I'm a brooding teenager, but I am the best at what I do, you know? Like I was a bit worried.
I almost knew it wasn't going to be that
but this was awesome. Like the way,
because the way they called him the Guardian God, I'm thinking this guy is so skilled at what he does. It's not a thing where he's like accidentally good.
Right. Well, and there's also the idea that like, okay, put this into the standpoint of like an MMO, right? The edgelords aren't DPS. Or the edgelords are DPS.
The edgelords are
they
DPS.
aren't tanks.
Yeah, or
right?
support.
Or support. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah.
In this case, I would say that Nishinoya is a heavy support character.
Yes.
It's very interesting as well because it makes his position a very selfless one.
It is,
because he doesn't feel the normal route of gratification that is in sports, in that you are directly contributing to the point value that makes you win.
Yeah.
And he is saying, I am keeping points away from the other team, which is actually a funny way of showing that he is kind of a rebel because he's kind of spiting the other team.
Okay, that's a good way of thinking about it.
Imagine Nishinoya rebounding a block down to the ground just barely, and then while he's on the ground he gives the team a look like, what up? What? I did that. What you gonna do? You gonna do? This is my side of the net. You can't do anything. And I'm like, I can see Noya doing that, and the other team's just like, what the hell is he? Like
that almost seems like
that
a
had to
Tanaka
hurt.
thing, though.
Say what?
That almost seems like a
no, because Tanaka is a spiker. He's going to be like, boom, I got it on your side of the court. I own your side.
Yes, but like that whole personality type thing of like the staring and being like...
No. I think they're both like that. I think they're both like that. It's the idea that if he does a really cool one, I'm sure that Tanaka might be needed to help rev him up in order to do more than just staring at them being like, what? But he's not going to probably jump up and rave with his shirt off, and stuff like that. That's what Tanaka's going to do on his behalf.
Yeah. Right.
I think these people should get together at some point after they win a game and celebrate and have food together.
Yes.
I want something like that. That would just be really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't really have anything else to say other about this episode, though. Because,
me neither. I'm looking forward to the training camp.
The training camp.
That's going to be good.
And the match between them and Neko. Yes. Crow and Cat. Cat and Crow at the dumpster or something like the garbage match or something like that. Oh, boy. That'll be fun. All right, guys, if you want to see the next episode of Haikyuu, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. And check out the Discord as well. We'd love to chat with you about anime and story and stuff. But until then, we'll see you later. I did it again! I can't do an outro! Whatever! We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.